So using Camtasia, how do we create this video inside of a video, and then how do we add different enhancements, like maybe add this visual enhancement to put it in a device frame, for example, like that. How do we do all of that? We're going to talk about that in this video, so stay tuned. We're going to jump right to it. So the first thing that you need to do is when you set up, and I'm going to show you a screenshot of it because I'm using the product and it doesn't let me capture a different way. But here, when you hit your recorder with Camtasia, just make sure that your camera is on. And this is actually using my video camera that I use for video conference calls. So it's really that easy. So now that we've got that away, when you do your video, it's going to come out right here. It's going to come out with a camera, audio, and a screen. So you'll get all three of these. Now, I went in here and said separate audio from video, so you can see it there with the screen. Okay? Now the screen, as you know, is that, and then this is the video camera. Okay? So now that you know where everything is, let's talk about how to make this thing look pretty cool. So let's say, for example, let's say that you're creating a video, and really all you're doing in the first part of the video is you're kind of explaining things, and you want this to be kind of blown up on a monitor so it looks a little nicer on your screen. So, all right, so there's no good places. There we go. We'll stop there. All right. So first of all, we're going to want to crop the video. So I don't want my mic showing in there. I want it looking a little bit nicer than that. Maybe we'll do this. And I know that the monitor is somewhat of a wide screen, so I'm going to keep things a little wide. So maybe we do something like this. Okay. So we'll see how that looks. We may have to extend this out a little bit more. But what we want to do is cut out things that may be distracting from the background. So that's kind of step one. Then step two is, let's say that you really like this, and this is where you're going to stop the video right here. So what we want to do is, at least how I do it, is you don't need the audio, but the camera and the screen, let's go ahead and crop and split those. So we're just going to hit this split button right here, and now we're in split. So if we go over to here, to this section, we can click on this and delete it. But of course, when we go back over to here, it's still going to be there. So the first thing we want to do is in the second section here, we want to reduce this back down to the corner here so that we can kind of talk and narrate. It's still there, but it's not really the main focus of the screen. It's what is on the screen will be the main primary focus. So this right here is the area that we want to now make look a little nicer. So the first thing we want to do is go to visual effects, right here, visual effects, and we want to round the corners. Okay, so we can round the video corner, and you can set that adjustment if you like. There's, kind of do that type of thing if you want. Okay, but I just use the standard round corners. I think it's 20, whatever it is. Okay, now I don't know what it is, so we'll just drop it back on there. So that's how you do that. Okay, see the little divots there. Now we want to add this device frame. So we just go over and drag that over and add it as a device frame. So the first thing that you notice here, it doesn't fill the screen. So I can go through here and I can kind of adjust out to fill my screen up the way I want to fill it up. And we'll just say that we're going to take up the whole screen with this. So we're just going to go down like something like that. Okay. So now we're kind of the main focus on the screen. And as you see here, when we see the video, I'm talking as though I'm on that screen. Okay. Now, but there's black here, and we don't want that. So let's go back to the video itself, okay, and turn off the device frame for right now. Now we see the picture, which has also been expanded, but we know, and we're going to reduce this view down a little bit. So, but we know that we need more of a widescreen image, okay? So we're going to crop this picture down a little bit. We're going to come down and down. Do you see how it put the little markers on there for us? So that when we go back, boom, see how it fits? Okay, so let me show you that one more time. See if I can get it back to the way it was. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, great. Now we notice that we have the device frame on there, but we have these black areas. So this is magical, so I wanted to show it to you twice. So we're just going to go ahead and click off the device frame, and notice here how it shows us exactly what we need to crop. So we're just going to hit the crop button. We're going to go down here, and it kind of snaps into place. Very, very nice. And we're going to call it good. Okay, we're going to go back, and we're going to turn the frame back on, double check our work. And now, as you can see, it works just fine. We've got the whole screen full, and now it looks like we're talking on the screen, so we can do a fit, and it works perfectly, right? So it's on the screen, looks like it is native to that screen. We rounded the corners, although you can see that little marks there, so you could take off round corners if you want. That's pretty easy to do, but we'll just go through and now watch when we transition. Now we go back to this, but we need to have a better transition than that. So what I do, I have in my favorites, I use cascading squares is what I use. So I'm just going to drop that in there, and I'm going to drop one onto the screen as well. So now let's see what we got there. And boom. I'm still talking, but now we're looking at the screen here, and we can continue to do the screen and watch narration at the same time.